All right, folks, so this is about to be my first real and raw video while I'm driving, so y'all excuse the angle. But there are a few of you who have sent me videos or tagged me in some videos, hint hint, you know who you are, that are dealing with Dr. Umar Johnson himself, and recently the one with his daughter. So apparently y'all want to know what I think, and I'm going to start this off by saying I am not going to engage in the personal attacks. I keep telling y'all that I do not think tearing down a person is cool, but I am going to address the those videos specifically. So number one, as I have stated before, people are continuously making these videos about Dr. Umar Johnson, and these are the ones where they're getting a lot of clicks. They're getting a lot of clickbait off of talking about him. So I don't understand, what does that do for them other than the obvious? It's getting them clicks, it's getting them subscribers, and they're possibly getting money. Now, if you want to say that he is a scammer, once again, I'm going to be like, okay, then he's a scammer, so then do not donate to the school. Because that's all everyone wants to talk about is the school and how there's no progress on the school. But when you send the stuff to me, I tell you, I want to know about what do you have to say that is wrong about his message when it comes to being a school psychologist, as well as changing your mindset about coming together as a community. So the newest videos about him and his daughter, a few of you are saying that this shows how much he is a hypocrite, and that he basically cannot be talking to us about black love, black communities, black families, uplifting a black woman if he isn't doing this himself, and particularly because this is his daughter. So what I do want to say is, I don't really like or condone hypocrisy, but none of us, anybody who is making these videos, y'all do not know Dr. Umar's story. Does that make it right? No, it does not. If you are a deadbeat dad, you are a deadbeat dad, period, point blank. But y'all don't know his stories, and I see that in all three of these videos. These people have thousands of subscribers. Their YouTube channels have a lot to do with talking about other people. One of the subscribers, their whole thing is taking other TikToks, taking a bunch of TikTok videos and analyzing them or talking about them. There's a bunch of that out here in the YouTube space. Then another channel, I'm not gonna say his name, but his whole channel is taking videos of people's situations, men in particular, and talking about them. But of course, I only watched the one video, the one that you all sent me. This time, I only watched one video, and it's talking about Umar, and so the other guy's channel where he's talking about other men. All the titles, the captions, everything is, even in the title, tearing down these men, and it's talking about their business. I get no joy in that. Y'all have to remember, part of the reason I stepped away from Christianity is because, for me, I know that I was being quite judgmental and having too much opinions about things that did not have anything to do with me or where I could help the situation at all. So why have anything to say? Then some of you all are like, that's between me and my God. God knows my heart and all that. But then why are y'all judging and worrying about what somebody else got going on and then not trying to help them? You're not trying to better their situation. So I'm like going on a rant. But so Umar and his daughter. If Umar is a hypocrite, he is a hypocrite. Period. He's a hypocrite. But his message still remains the same. His message is that black people need to stay together to create their families. Period, point blank. We need institutions. We need educational institutions, financial institutions, whatever. The banks, the churches, the schools, hospitals, and food services. That is what we need. Just because if you say he's a deadbeat dad, does that change the information that he is trying to give to us? We keep looking for one person to deliver us this message, one person that we can follow, and one person who is infallible. You're not gonna find that. So him being a deadbeat dad or not, him marrying his kids' moms or not, does that change the fact that we need educational institutions, financial institutions, medical institutions, educational institutions, and markets, food markets? No, it does not. Secondly, or thirdly, this is what is known in the mental health field. Most often, people who deliver a message have already been through that thing. So, if he is talking about, if he is saying that men need to uplift black women, it's possible that maybe he wasn't doing that. Which, when I saw him on Nick Cannon's show, he spoke for himself about how much he did not value his children's mothers back when they were together. He's admitted that. Y'all just got to make sure that you're watching everything and paying attention to everything that he says. Still, I am not saying that makes it right, but I am saying people who have spoken about needing to appreciate something have likely not appreciated that thing that they're talking about. He's already admitted that he's done that. He's admitted that he has 2 children. So therefore, if he's not denying that this girl is his daughter, also he still is a person. He is a man. So the other video that I watched where the one lady who is now saying that she has been knowing him for 3 years now, that means that's an ongoing relationship, and she goes into talking about him personally, saying how he was flirtatious, his vibes were all off, and she was in a relationship when she met him. So her boyfriend allowed her to go to lunch with him alone that first time. But for me, what I would have done, if I am going to talk about somebody and keep talking about how I was in a relationship, is I would have texted my boyfriend. She had a boyfriend, her boyfriend was cool with her going to lunch, but she started feeling like something was off. I would have texted my boyfriend and said, hey, but I'm gonna need you to pull up because something ain't right. I need you, come on, come pull up. Come get me. Come show your face. She did not say that she did that. But she does go on to continue to talk about how he was flirtatious and all these other things that he said that were inappropriate. But if you went to meet this man under the guise of him being a mentor, why are you asking him personal questions? That's a setup. That's what I saw in the video. I saw that was a setup. I am not coming to meet you as a mentor, supposed to be talking to you about a various amount of things, but then you're going to start asking me about, am I married? Do I got kids? Or why do you care if you in a relationship? You're in a relationship, so don't be worrying about me and my status. That ain't got nothing to do with why we're here. So if he decides to take it there, you don't now get to come back and start talking about him and how he took it there. What? He a grown doggone man and you was coming at him. I'm not victim blaming or any of that stuff, but I am saying that when we are attacking people, trying to tear them down, that's what happens. You cannot tell a story and think that someone is not capable of reading into what you don't say. Because you did not say that. You did not say that you called your boyfriend or text your boyfriend. You did not say that whether he asked you back about your man, because you asking him all these personal questions. What? Where they do that at? Where is that okay? Because of course when y'all depart ways, he gonna try to do something no matter who the man is, and we can flip it. No matter who the female is. Because if I go to lunch with you in my single days, if I go to lunch or whatever with you and you asking me all these personal questions, you doggone right. Before we walk out, I'm about to be trying to get your number. I'm trying to get at you too. Like, what? You said you got a girlfriend, but why are you asking me all these personal questions? Obviously, you are right with doing something as long as she don't find out. So don't be trying to, don't even bring that up. So with his daughter, if it were me, because I'm not going to personally attack her, she's 22 years old. She is doing what 22-year-olds do, and especially during this time period. But with me, when I felt like my dad did not do what he needed to do as a father, and I found out that I had a little sister, she was probably like 2 years old at the time, I wrote my dad a letter. Now, of course, we're not in letter writing days. We in the days of social media. But more than that, we in the days of FaceTime and text messaging. Either way, I went to my dad. I told him how I felt and the changes that I wanted to make sure that he made for my little sister. All right, her video says that she reached out and he ignored her and all this stuff. Again, this when you pump up people like Cheyenne Bryant and Dr. Sarah, when you pump them people up, you need to realize the things that they're not saying. They're not saying. They was going ham on Cam Newton and Nick Cannon. But in this particular instance right here, we talking about one or two children's mothers. If Dr. Umar Johnson is not involved in their lives and you know you have a child with Dr. Umar Johnson, I don't care who the person, like the name doesn't even it doesn't even matter. If you know you have a baby with another man and this man says that his phone number is public, his email is public, and everybody been digging in this man's business, putting all his stuff out there, you got a way of contacting him. Period. You got a way of contacting him. So it is on you, the mother, to find a way to make sure that your child knows her father. Period. And if he ain't got time, that's what his family is for. So if he is so public and all y'all know about his mama living in Section 8 and all this other stuff, then the children's mothers should have been in contact with his mother, or at least his other family. That's what this whole thing about community is for. If Dr. Umar Johnson has not been taking care of his kids and never did 22 years ago and even today, when did these mothers step up and ask the family to do something? You know? We're not going to put all of... When I started watching Tyrese's videos, people were all saying Tyrese is sharing too much, doing too much. You know, Tyrese was putting it all out there. But this is where I started to get a little bit more acquainted and knowledgeable about all the things that fathers go through. Black men in particular. And when they got money, like Tyrese, they go through a lot. Fathers go through a heck of a lot. And whatever happened between Dr. Umar Johnson and these kids' mothers, that still hasn't come out. It has not come out. We do not know his side of the story. Period. Again, y'all say that makes him a hypocrite because how he's talking to his daughter. She is not a baby. She's not a baby. She is 22 years old today. So I agree with the one girl that, you know, if it was my child, I would be trying to connect with them. I would do, you know, all that I can and all of that. I agree with that. But I am also under the agreement that you grown. And if you want to come at me like you grown, doggone it, you going to get treated like you're grown. It does not matter. Am I learning on how to speak better to my kids? Yes. But she probably came at him just like some chick on the street, because she's already admitted he has not been a part of her life. So, just as the video shows, she has him in her phone as his name, not as dad or none of that. So they have no relationship. They do not communicate. So if you coming at me all sideways and then you want to come at me publicly, why y'all expect that man to not behave like a normal person? Like, it doesn't matter. That's the problem, that we always are trying to idolize people and expect them to be perfect. People are people. That's the thing. People are people. And he's not going to be perfect. And if any chick is going out to eat with him alone, start asking personal questions, that's the kind of energy that you're going to get. You're going to be met with that same doggone energy. If anybody, grown person, is still coming at him sideways, getting in his personal business, asking him questions, attacking him, that's the energy you're going to get. Just because this man has a doctorate, which some of you are trying to say you don't believe that he has, does not mean that he loses his sense of personality, that he loses his human beingness. No. And that's the thing about with us social workers. People have the right to their own decisions. He's a person, period. He's not our leader. Does any of this stuff change the fact that we as parents, black parents, need to know how to advocate for our kids? Do we need to understand that when they're trying to say that our sons and daughters have ADHD, bipolar, need medicine, and all this stuff, when that may not be the case, does that change that message? Do we need to understand that we need him to be perfect for us to understand that we should be involved in the school, that we should have relationships with our teachers, that when our kids do get these IEPs and 504s, that we need to understand them, that we need to actually be a part of the process, that we need to understand the law? No, that does not change that. Does it change the fact, the mindset, that you should want to keep your resources in the black community? No, it doesn't. And what else are y'all getting on him? Those are his messages, though. His messages are about keeping it black, keeping your money within our community, educating yourself and advocating for your kids, and then, of course, money for the school. But the money for the school is just a side thing, because whatever, that's supposed to be his answer to us needing an educational institution. Whether he builds that thing or not, I don't know. Just don't get a man no money. And if y'all want to hold him accountable for not being in his daughter's lives, instead of making videos about him, hit him up. This is how you hold people accountable. Even with the whole school, you hit him up. Hit him up and be like, Dr. Umar, I heard you ain't taking care of your daughter. I heard you not doing this. You email him, you put him on phone blast, all this stuff, because he keeps talking about how his information is public and he can be found. That's how you do that. You don't make videos to blast him. What good is that gonna do? That does nothing but fill your spirit of gossip, your spirit of tearing down. If you really feel like you need to be involved in his life and you need to hold him accountable, that is what you do. Don't take it to social media and to the internet, because no one is perfect. We should not be looking for no one savior to do anything for us. That's why y'all don't listen to Al Sharpton, because y'all think he's supposed to do a thing. No, Al Sharpton brings you the information, and then you need to go do a thing yourself. Both him and Attorney Crump. And people are still not understanding. They are not coming to people. They're not coming to families. The families are coming to them. Because why? Because they want to ensure that their stories are out there and they are not forgotten. That's the role that Benjamin Crump and Al Sharpton take. We need to highlight this, just like Mamie Till. If she had not decided to do that open casket, put the pictures in the newspaper, the story would not have made it out public. That's what it's for. This is not you want Al Sharpton to just be the one person to go out here and do everything for the whole world. Nah. So again, I may have said some things, but I'm not really into the tearing him down. It's more all about the people who are doing the tearing down. What good is that serving you? What good is it serving our people? And does that remove the message that he has been trying to teach us? I say it does not. I'm not giving him a pass. I do not like deadbeat parents. I don't like hypocrites. I don't like any of that stuff. But y'all know all these phrases. Y'all know it all. Chew up the meat, spit out the bones. Don't throw out the baby with the bathwater. Y'all know all of these things. So why is it any different just because he has a higher platform and y'all don't like him because y'all actually may have and maybe didn't even donate to this school? It's no different. Realize that you are one person, and if you want to make change in this world, you do it. Look at the man in the mirror and make a change. Don't go out here worrying about people's gossip and trying to attack folks. We got too much going on, and we need to be coming together trying to unite and make us a better people, period. So this has gone over 20 minutes. I'm going to have an actual conversation coming up soon, and I hope that you'll join me so we can dialogue about this and other things, because we have bigger problems and bigger fish to fry. But this is my response to the videos that have been going out about Dr. Umar Johnson and his daughter. So y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. The sun is shining out here. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. And so y'all take care. Make sure to leave me some comments so that I can add it into the live. Comments, click that like button, subscribe, share the video.